Hello, I am Lyric, and we are going to be beating Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels backwards. So basically, I'm going to complete the levels and then go backwards through them to get to the start arrow. Now, this is only possible on Mario Maker 2 because the screen doesn't scroll. Yeah, 1-1 and 1-2 are very easy, but 1-3 is not because of this high jump. So immediately a level's impossible. That's not good. But luckily there's a warp in World 2 that in World 1-2 that sends you to World 2. So yeah, it's actually right here. So yeah, let's go to World 2-1. 2-1 is very easy. So that's good. 2-2, well, no, it's not. But yeah, as you can see, Mario is right here. As you're gonna see, Mario's right here, and I'm trying to get to that platform so I can jump over there. But as you can see, there's no land whatsoever over there because you're supposed to go down here, not up. So this level is impossible as well. But there's another warp in 1-2 to go to World 3. So yeah, that's good. 3-1 is very easy. Well, actually, no, it's not. It's pretty hard. But yeah, also, just like in the Mario Maker levels backwards, I'm not going to be explaining water levels because they're easy. But 3-3 isn't. 3-3 is not easy whatsoever. Actually, it was. It looks like that jump is pretty hard, but it isn't. It only takes like 2 attempts. So yeah, it only took me 2 attempts. And then 3-4, actually 3-4 is different. Because 3-4, you need, well, it's one of those levels that you need to pick a certain path to complete. And well, first of all, that will be impossible backwards. And also, in the Mario Maker version, it's auto-scrolling, so it's definitely impossible. But to keep this challenge going and to stop all auto-scrollers from being impossible, I'm gonna not count them. I'm gonna count all auto-scrollers as being possible and all levels like this. So anyway, let's go to World 4. So 4-1 and through all the way through 5-2 are mandatory, and we have to do them, and it's not looking good because that jump seemed impossible at first. But somehow I made it. I don't even know how I'm able to go through that spring, but I am. I'm pretty sure that's only in the Super Mario Bros. 1 style, but yeah, I guess you can do that. So that's possible. 4-2, you can literally just steal Lucky's Cloud and skip pretty much the whole level doing it. So, yeah, that's great. The only notable thing to say about that. But then 4-3 pits us to a quick stop because of this simple jump at the beginning, or at the end, I guess. Yeah, this is literally impossible. I tried for like 30 minutes. It's impossible. And I'm looking at the wiki right now, but it's literally impossible to skip this section. As I said, this level is mandatory. So unfortunately, it's impossible to beat Super Mario Bros. 2 backwards. But let's just go through all the levels real quick. So first, let's go to the levels we weren't able to go to. 1-4 is possible, but 2-3 isn't because of that jump, and 2-4 isn't because of this jump. Since 2-2 is impossible, that's 3 levels in a row that are impossible. Wow. And unfortunately, 4-4 is impossible because of this jump right here. The platform's already way too high. So yeah, that's unfortunate. So let's move on to World 5, and 5-1 immediately is impossible because of this huge wall blocking us. So yeah, 5-2 looks impossible as well because of this jump right here. But, like, look at this. Surprisingly, after only like 5 attempts, look at this. Yeah, I just got it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, but then that's not the only problem because of this pipe. There was an invisible block with a mushroom and it still wasn't high enough. So yeah, I thought this was completely hopeless. But I, for some reason, kept trying and it eventually just worked. I don't know how, but it did. 5-3 is impossible because you have to go through this pipe to get to the first screen of the level, and if you don't, the level just loops repeatedly. So yeah, that's unfortunate. And 5-4 is possible though. Now, the only level in World 6 that gave us problems was 6-1 because of this jump. Only Luigi can make this jump. And unfortunately, Luigi in Mario Maker doesn't really jump higher. So this is technically possible, but only in the original version. And 7-1 is impossible because of this jump right here. But then 7-2 and 7-3 are both possible, but 7-4 isn't, at least not with Mario, because look at this, even with bouncing off of the buzzing beetle, we still don't get enough height. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure this is possible with Luigi, so I'm gonna count this as possible. 8-1 is possible, but 8-2 isn't, because of this jump, you need to jump on the spring to get above this, but it's on the other side, so we can't do that. And 8-3, well, 8-3 looks impossible with Mario. Again, with Luigi, I think it's possible, but I don't know. And then 8-4. 8-4 is possible, but I forgot the clip for it. As you saw right there, it looks possible. But yeah, 8-4, I forgot the clip, so that's why it's 7-4. But yeah, 8-4 is possible. So yeah, with that being said, we beat the game. We beat the main game, and out of the levels, 20 were possible. That's a 64% success rate. And I'm probably gonna end up doing the special worlds 9 through D later, because it's already been a week. So I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Bye bye. Hello, I'm Lyric, and we're going to be beating Super Mario Bros. 3 backwards. The rules are simple. We just have to get to the beginning of the level from the end card. So 1-1, 1-2 are very easy. 1-3 needs a Tanuki suit because of this thing at the beginning right here. It needs one. 1-castle is easy. 1-4 is easy. 1-5, but 1-6 you need to bounce out of a paratrooper. So this took a couple attempts, but then it was really easy. 1-airship. 1-airship is really easy as well. So already we're done with World 1. 2-1. 2-1 is another level that needs a Tanuki suit. Because another structure at the beginning of the level right here. You need a Tanuki suit. Luckily there's enough space to get P-speed. And then you just fly up. And the rest of the level is pretty easy. And surprisingly, most of World 2 is really easy. As you can see, 2-block is notable just because, well, it's pretty hard because of the angry sun, but I eventually completed it. And then 2-airship. Unfortunately, it's impossible. Yeah, it's impossible. This semi-solid right here, which means we can't get the cloud from this level either. So yeah, let's hope we won't need it. Luckily, we have 2 warp whistles, so we can just warp to World 5. It's possible. But as you can see, again, 5-2 is impossible. Once you get into that pipe from the end card, it's just impossible. You get stuck at the bottom of the level with no way to get out. So I used another warp whistle to go to World 7. So yeah, let's see. Actually, it's really easy. You just fall down and win. It's almost funny how easy this is backwards. And actually, most of the levels in World 7 were possible. 7-castle was possible, but it stops after 7-castle. 7-6 is really easy. It's like funny. It's like very funny how easy this is, just like 7-1. But then the possible levels stop at World 7-6. This is the best I got at 7-7. As you can see, yeah, there's no way we can make that. We cannot make it to the start, even if that question mark block was still there. Maybe a tester can do it, but I certainly can't. But luckily, it's on a split path, as you saw, so we can go to World 7-8. Luckily, 7-9, and 7-airship were all possible. So let's go on to World 8. Unfortunately, when we get to 8-castle, it's completely impossible, even with P-wings and everything. It's impossible because this door is required to beat the level, and it's off the ground, which means you can't go through it, because you can't go through a door that's off the ground, even with a P-wing. So it's actually impossible to beat Super Mario Bros. 3 backwards. Luckily, the rest of the levels in World 8 are possible. But, like, that's sad that the run ended this close. But anyway, let's go back to the levels that we haven't done yet, starting with World 3. So let's go back to the levels that we haven't tried yet, starting with World 3. 3-3 is impossible because of this pipe right here. It's too far up. 3-5 needs a Tanuki suit because of this high jump right here. And then I discovered this weird glitch. Just look at this.
Anyway, another level in World 3 is also impossible because of another pipe you can't get into. So that's pretty bad. And 3-airship is only possible with a P-wing. A task bot might be able to do it with the Tanuki suit, but there's too many enemies and not enough space to get P-speed. So let's move on to World 4. And actually World 4 was pretty easy. A couple of levels definitely were hard, including this 4-castle, where you had to be Small Mario and perfectly jump in between the swamp, but I eventually made it. So let's move on to World 5, and to be honest, World 5 was pretty easy too. I tried the 5-2 alternate exit. I mean, that's impossible without a P-wing as well, because of the fact that, well, as you're gonna see, look, it's just a small corridor with no way to get P-speed. So, yeah, as you can see, there's no way. So, yeah, that's the only real trouble in World 5. Some levels were definitely hard, but, I mean, World 5 was probably the easiest world. So, anyway, World 6 actually has a lot of levels that were problematic. 6-2 I thought was going to be impossible, but luckily with the Tanuki suit you get just enough space. Yeah, but technically this level is possible, but not with normal power-ups. Anyway, also 6-Castle 2 or Castle 3, it's really hard as well because just like 4-Castle, you need to be Small Mario in order for this to really work. Now, unfortunately, I took damage here, but yeah, as you can see, it's really, really hard. Anyway, the last problematic level is 6-9. Nice. Anyway, what we need to do it's actually impossible. Like, even with the P-wing, this level is impossible. There's a little area right here where you can jump, but even with the P-wing, it's just like really hard to jump up and then use your P-wing at the same time. And then going down, even with the raccoon suit, you can't get through here. So it's actually impossible. And that's the end. That's the end of Super Mario Bros. 3. I completed all 90 levels. So out of all 90, 80 were possible even without P-wings. And with P-wings, 85 were possible. That's a very high win rate, success rate. But with that, we're coming to the end of this video, so I hope you can check out Super Mario Bros. 2 backwards on this side and my Mario Maker levels backwards on this side. Bye-bye. Hello, I'm Game Boy Lyric, and we are going to be beating Super Mario World backwards. Yes, this is another one of these videos. So basically, I have to get from the ending gate to the beginning of the level. So let's start. 1-1 and 1-2 were fairly easy, but then 1-3 happened. 1-3 is the first fairly hard level because, well, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of floating platforms, and you don't have access to the cape feather yet, so it's just really hard. But as you can see, I eventually ended up making it. And then 1-4, actually, it was also pretty hard considering that even though it was a beach level, there's still a lot of obstacles, and you don't really want to get in the water, or else you'll lose your Yoshi like I did here. But then eventually I made it to the end. And that's the end of World 1, so yeah. So far, no levels have been impossible. Let's move on to World 2. 2-1 was really hard because of this beginning area with the charging chuck, but I eventually made it through. Also, this is the level where you can get the cape feathers, so it's gonna really help us here. The next and last challenging level in World 2 is 2-4 or 2-3. I think this is 2-4. But yeah, since it's a sky level, it's really hard. Or that is without the cape feather, because with the cape feather you could just fly up and avoid everything. And then next is 2-Castle, and it wasn't really hard anyway, but I'm just recording this because, well, I'm gonna say that something really satisfying happened, so just watch. Oh, before I go, I probably made a short about this level as well. You can check it out you can check it out on my channel. So anyway. Anyway, on to World 3 next. 3-1 is very easy, and 3-2 I ended up doing the secret exit to go to the Red Switch Palace, just because. And well, I'm actually kind of lucky that I did that, because 3-3 is impossible by any means. There is way too many lava pools to go around, and I'm sorry, this is the best I got at literally the beginning of the level. See, barely made it, but there's literally a lava wall at the end of the level. You can't do anything about it. This level is clearly impossible. So yeah, 3-3 is impossible, but luckily, since I did the Red Switch Palace, and I could go back to 3-1, take this vine up, and I could go to 3-A. Actually, it's really easy. You just fall down and win. It's almost funny how easy this is backwards. And if I haven't told you earlier, then why not like and subscribe to the channel? Only 25% of you are actually subscribed anyway, so it will really help me out a lot, and let's just continue with the video. You just need the cape, so yeah. I mean, you need Yoshi. So yeah, anyway, that's about it. 3-C is easy, 3-Fortress is a water level, so it's easy. So we can actually move on to World 4. Let's go! And well, World 4 was really easy. It was easier than the secret levels in World 3, because I don't know why my footage is a black screen on the editing software. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I'm pretty sure I'm just doing an infinite 1-up exploit in 4-2. So yeah, it was so easy. So yeah, so yeah, let's just move on to World 5. As you can see, beat World 4. So let's move on to World 5, and well, World 5 was really easy too. Until 5-Castle. Oh my god. This took so long to do. Like, even with save states, this took like 10 minutes plus to just make this one cape jump right here, or flying with the cape perfectly to do this. But the snake block messes it up too. And then once I did that, look it, there's a huge wall in the way that you need to fly perfectly into to go inside of that too. So it's insane. You need to fly perfectly to get through this level. But other than that, that's it. I am surprised this level was possible. But anyway, let's move on to World. And not to be like the guy that's always saying everything is easy, but yeah, this world was easy. Well, 6-1 and 6-2 were easy, I should say. Because, yeah, and I decided to get the secret exit too, just because, why not? Turns out, that was a bad idea. 6-A is completely impossible, because look at all these slopes. Just look at them. There is no way to get P-speed to use your cape feather, and even if I could, there's too many walls in the way. It just wouldn't work. So yeah, but look it. I just keep falling down. There is no way this level is beatable, and these jumps are way too high as well. So yeah. The next troubling level is 6-Castle. 6-Castle is, well, it's impossible because you don't get enough room to get P-speed, and then even if you could, the spikes just kill you instantly. So yeah, this jump is also, yeah, this is also way too high of a jump to create. So to make. So it's actually impossible. And there's no way to skip this level without using Star Road, I'm pretty sure. So we had to go to Star World. But I'm not going to tell you how I got there because it doesn't really matter. But yeah, anyway, let's go to World 8. 8-1 is easy. And 8-2. And, I'm just going to skip to the chase. All of the Star World levels are easy. So now we're at Bowser's front door. But before we beat Bowser, let's go through all the other levels and see which ones are possible. So, now on to 4-1, because all of World 3 is easy. 4-1 immediately starts off bad because, yeah, the platforms are all the way at the end, at the beginning. So there's nothing we can do. We're just stuck here. And 4-2 actually would have been impossible if it wasn't for this charging Chuck. He jumps right into our way so we can jump over it. And this level is really easy after, so let's go. And to be honest, after that, we don't have many levels that we haven't done already. So the next levels are on the ones in World 7 because we skipped World 7 because of the 6- castle. And 7-4 took over an hour. It's perfect cape feather flying mixed with lava that makes you die in one hit, plus a really long level in general. And it all comes together, and this level took so long, but I eventually made it. So with that being said, we're getting to Bowser now. So let's see if we can beat the Bowser stage while going backwards. I almost messed that up there. And well, Bowser is very easy. So with that being said, it is possible to beat Super Mario World backwards. And out of all the levels, 68 were possible.
That is a really high success rate, and actually I think that's the same success rate that was on Super Mario Bros. 2, the Japanese version anyway. But yeah, with that being said, you can check out Mario Bros. 3 backwards on this side and Mario 2 backwards on this side. Bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Gameboy Lyric, and we are doing New Super Luigi U Backwards. Yeah, so we're gonna start at the flagpole and we're gonna go all the way to the beginning of the level. So let's start. 1-1 and 1-2 were easy. 1-tower wasn't. I mean, it was still possible, but it was pretty hard. But I eventually got through it. Now 1-3 is actually impossible. You're gonna see why in a couple seconds. Yeah, well, I would just tell you, it's a semi-solid. Yeah, a semi-solid blocks us halfway through the level. We try to get through it and we just can't. There's no way, because they intend you to go from below, but we're going from above, so it doesn't work. I thought this way would go to the end of the hill, but it didn't either, so yeah, we're just stuck here. So, first impossible level, but there's a warp in World 1-2 to send us to World 5, so we're going to 5-1, which is really, I mean, it was pretty hard. It was, like, really, really hard. This took, like, 10 attempts just to get right. This level is just a hard level, and I should probably say this, all the levels are really hard in this game. This game was intended to be really hard. So that's one of the reasons this took a long time to come out. But anyway, this was possible. Next level 5-2, also really hard, but possible. As you can see right here, I made it to the end. The next level is 5-tower, which is impossible because look it, I fall all the way down just for the poison to get me. I can't even touch the ground. The poison's just right there. So we have to, this is literally impossible. This actually made me think that the game was impossible, but actually no, there's actually a secret exit in World 5 too. So we went back there, and yeah, there's a secret exit in 5 too, just like there is in New Super Mario Bros. U as well, in the same level. I didn't even see this. I literally had to go on Game Explains to find this, but yeah, if you don't know his channel, I'll link him up above. He's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, I eventually ended up finding the secret exit, and it sent us straight to 5-7. So let's go. I mean 5-6, not 5-7. Although 5-7 is the other level in the split path. But yeah, 5-6 was really, really hard because of the Sumo Bros. Yeah, this took a couple of attempts, but I eventually made it. 5-castle was pretty hard as well. I mean, I should stop saying that they're hard unless they're really hard. Like, really, really hard. Because this game is supposed to be really hard. But, like, seriously. I died so many times on this lava. But, yeah. Eventually, we did make it. So, we're going to World 6 now. Let's see. 6-1? Well, it actually wasn't too hard. I did have this super close... like, I can't even believe I survived this right here. Like, I cannot believe I survived that. But yeah, I also don't know why it was a black screen there. Anyway, 6-tower is impossible. You might wonder where that green pipe goes. That green pipe ends up sending us over there, you just saw. Yeah, and we do end up getting a little further using that pipe, but eventually those semi-solids stop us, and if you're wondering where those pipes lead, well, those pipes just lead us back up to the beginning. So yeah, this is impossible. And that makes New Super Luigi U impossible to beat backwards. Yeah, literally the 6- tower actually does have a secret exit in it, but it's literally just below that semi-solid that we were stuck on. So yeah, there's no other secret exits in World 6. They're all ahead of us. So yeah, it's impossible to beat New Super Luigi U Backwards. But let's go back to World 1 and see how many levels are possible. 1-4 and 1-5 are really easy. 1-Castle is literally only possible with an acorn because of all the munchers on it. And 2-Tower is impossible because you see it right here, it's impossible. Either 2-5 or 2-4, I'm not sure. But the sky level on that split path, it's impossible without an acorn as well, just because, well, the lift is all the way at the end. So, yeah, we have to fly and avoid the spikes. But anyway, 2-Castle was another hard one, although it is possible without an acorn suit. And it is possible in general as well, it's just pretty hard. Anyway, another semi-solid blocks us in 3-Tower. And then 3-Castle is really easy. In fact, I even managed to get a infinite 1-up, so that's pretty cool. 4-1 is, well, almost instantly impossible. Because, yeah, another semi-solid gets in our way. That's a really common theme of these impossible levels now. Anyway, 4-Tower is impossible as well. Yeah, there's a lot of impossible levels. This time it's because of a lift. Yeah, there's no way. By the way, that pipe does take you a little further down, but then there's another semi-solid later in the level that blocks you anyway. So it's still impossible. But then 4-3, I think it's either 4-3 or 4-4. Again, I don't know these split paths. But it's the one that you use the penguin suit to glide across the ice on. I was really trying to see if this level was possible backwards. And for some reason, I didn't capture the whole level. I only captured like a part of it. But it actually was possible using the acorn. It was actually possible. But it was just pretty precise. And you needed to do everything pretty much perfectly in order to get it within the time limit as well. Then 4-Ghost House, literally the next level. It's impossible. Well, yeah, because the door. Yeah, you do. You start in the door. You come out of the door, and there's no way to get back in the door because, first of all, there would be a wall over there, but since I've been there already, it's gone. But also, even if you would be able to get up there, just like in Super Mario Bros. 3, there's no way to go through a door that's not on the ground. So anyway, we did most of World 5 except for the other level on that split path, and it's impossible because the poison's just waiting for you right there. So yeah, that's impossible. Anyway, back to World 6. The other tower in World 6 is also impossible. So yeah, that's pretty bad. But then we come to one of the hardest, definitely the hardest level in this entire game to complete backwards. The reason? Well, look at all these blocks. I need to figure out first if it was even possible or not. But then I realized it was definitely possible. I'm not gonna tell you how because it would take too long. But yeah, it's definitely possible. So I literally spent 2 hours trying to beat this level. Look at this. I came up with this complicated strategy of like throwing Koopa shells and stuff, and it's insane. So first, I have to throw a Koopa shell into everything just to get rid of any enemies and stuff that could mess up my run. Then I have to do a perfect jump on the B-switch to jump over the entire level. If I miss a single jump, I have to restart and finally make it to the end. The lift you need to get there is all the way at the beginning to get over the lava pit. So let's move on. Anyway, the next level after that is 6-Castle, which is impossible because of a huge lava pit. Because move on to 7-3, which is impossible because it's semi-solid. I tried to go above it, it didn't work. This is impossible. Then the very next level, 7-Tower, also impossible because as soon as the first one opens, the last one is closing, so we can't go through that either. Level after that, 7-Ghost House, also impossible. 3 in a row. It's because of this floating square, it's too low, we can't reach the spawn point. Then there was 7-Castle, which was actually really fun, trying to get the timings right. But I eventually ended up getting it and beating the level. So now moving on to World 8. 8-3 is the only notable level, and I managed to speedrun it. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. I know I went through the rest of that world pretty fast. That's because I'm running out of time. But anyway, I hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.